never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to breathe.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. I hope everybody's weekend is off to a good start. But coming up tomorrow night in Nashville, Tennessee at the Asylum will be Impact Wrestling's biggest pay-per-view of the year called Slammiversary. If you're a long-time follower of Impact, or as it used to be called, TNA, then you know that Slammiversary is the WrestleMania for Impact, and this just happens to be the 20-year anniversary of Impact Wrestling. One day this past week was actually 20 years to the day when Impact Wrestling, at the time called TNA Wrestling, held their very first show. Does not seem like it's been 20 years already, but it has. So just like WWE's WrestleMania, Slammiversary is the time where you see some of the old TNA guys return for one night only. We've got 9 matches announced so far. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a minute. But first, let me say, in case you do not know, coming up 3 weeks from today, on Saturday, July the 9th, at 244 Livestock Road, East Denali, Georgia, SWA Wrestling returns. And this show will be $10 since it is one of our biggest shows of the year. Normally ticket prices are $5, but this show will be $10. Still, you can't beat that price. And as always, doors open at 6 o'clock and bell time will be 7 o'clock. And the reason why I'm bringing the show up already is because that night my wife makes her wrestling debut, and I want everybody that can to be there. So over the next 3 weeks, as much as I can possibly remember to talk about it, I'm going to talk about that show as much as I can, because I want everybody that can possibly be there to be there. But not only will my wife make her wrestling debut, we'll also see Curtis Coleman and Hot Stuff Adam Mabry in a no disqualification Falls Count Anywhere match for the SWA Premier Championship. And we'll talk more about the matches on the card that night as the show draws closer. But 3 weeks from today, Saturday, July 9th, my wife, Grace, makes her wrestling debut. So if you're anywhere near 244 Livestock Road, East Denali, Georgia, hopefully I will see you that night. But tomorrow night at the Asylum in Nashville, Tennessee, we're going to see the Impact Originals take on Honor No More in a 10-man tag team match. And as I said earlier, this is one of the matches where you will see some old TNA guys return. It's a 5-on-5 tag team match. They have announced 4 of the 5 Impact Originals in the match. In order to be an Impact Original that can qualify for this match, you have to either be a former tag team champion or a former world champion. Maybe they'll wait until showtime to announce the 5th member. but there was only 3 members until Thursday night during the Impact television show. They announced that Nick Aldis will be the 4th member, so there's still 1 spot open. I know my wife is hoping it'll be James Storm, but I bet they wait until tomorrow night to announce who the 5th person is. We're also going to see a Queen of the Mountain match for the Knockouts World title. Tasha Steelz, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo, Jordan Grace, and Mia Yim are the 5 knockouts who will be in that match. And then we're going to see a tag team match for the Knockouts tag team titles. The Influence will take on the team of Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie. The Briscoes versus the Good Brothers for the Impact World tag team titles, and that'll be a great match because I'm a big fan of the Good Brothers. My wife is a big fan of the Briscoes, and we both know that'll be an amazing match. And then we have Sami Callihan versus Moose in a Monsters Ball match. Of course, the Monsters Ball match was made famous back in the day when Abyss was there, but they do still have one on occasion, such as Slammiversary tomorrow night. And then we have an Ultimate X match for the X Division title. Ace Austin, Kenny King, Mike Bailey, Trey Miguel, Jack Evans, and Alex Zane are the 6 X Division wrestlers who will compete in the Ultimate X match for the X Division title. For the Impact World title, Josh Alexander goes one-on-one with Eric Young. And then we have a reverse battle royal, and the participants are to be announced later. And then we have Rich Swann versus Brian Myers for the Digital Media Championship. Again, all this takes place tomorrow night as Impact Wrestling brings you Slammiversary as we celebrate 20 years of Impact Wrestling. And they've also announced that Dixie Carter, who used to run Impact, will make a special appearance tomorrow night. So please, I encourage you to go ahead and get ready to purchase this and buy it and watch it because it will be worth it. Even if you're just a casual Impact fan, it's just like WrestleMania. It's when you see stuff you don't see the rest of the year, and you see wrestlers you don't see the rest of the year. But I'm a big fan of what Impact is doing right now, so I'm looking forward to Slammiversary coming up tomorrow night. And don't forget, 3 weeks from today, 244 Livestock Road, East Denali, Georgia. Come on out and see my wife, Grace, make her wrestling debut. Her and her friend, Stacy, the American Dolls, are taking on God's Gift to Women, Damon Studd. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I had to throw away my old, worn-out shoes. They were down to their last leg. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.